So, Sheikh, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Thank you so much for accepting to record with us. But before we start our subject for today, can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Very good, thank you, Brother Muhammad. My name is Muhyiddin Omar, Imam Muhyiddin Omar. I'm the Imam and the Educational Director at Bilal Masjid. And also, I work as a social worker at Society for Manitoba with Disabilities. So I serve. I'm very passionate and really interested in helping people and understanding their situations, and most importantly, inspiring them so they can unleash their potentials and reach their full capacity. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulil Mustafa amma ba'd. Responding to your question, Brother Muhammad, about the importance and the relevance of the masjid for our community. Firstly, Allah says in the Quran, إِنَّمَا يَعْمُرُ مَسَاجِدَ اللَّهِ مَنْ آمَنَ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ. The believer, the Muslim person, every single person needs to increase, enhance, and strengthen their iman. And the masjid is the place in which we can revive, renew, and strengthen our iman. يقول الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم إن الإيمان لا يخلق في جوف أحدكم كما يخلق الثوب فاسألوا الله عز وجل أن يجدد الإيمان في قلوبكم. رواه الحاكم حسن شيخ الباني. The Prophet says Iman diminishes, decreases, and sometimes declines in our hearts. Just see the way that your clothes wears out. Therefore, he said, ask Allah to renew your Iman. So the first benefit of coming to the mosque is a place and an opportunity to increase, renew, and strengthen our iman. And that's why the companions, when they come together, they used to say, "Ta'alu nu'min sa'a." Let us come together to the masjid of the Prophet ﷺ to increase our iman. Allahumma nas'aluka imanan wa yaqinan wa fiqh. That was the dua of Abdullah bin Mas'ud al-Quran. And that's why Imam Bukhari says, iman increases when people come to the masjid, and it decreases when we commit sin. He says, لقيت أكثر من 1000 من العلماء بالأمصار فما رأيت أحدا منهم يختلف في أن الإيمان قول وعمل ويزيد وينقص. أخرجه الحافظ الفتح. He says, I met with more than 1000 scholars, and every single one of them talked about that iman increases when we come to the masjid, when we pray with the jama'ah, when we see the scholars. And it decreases when we do the opposite things. So that's the first benefit. The second benefit that masjid has to the community is education. It's providing authentic Islamic education to its children, community members, and adults. Because as a believer, we should always seek to increase our knowledge. وَقُلْ رَبِّ زِدْنِي عِلْمًا. There's no single thing in the Quran Allah commanded His Prophet to increase his knowledge. There's no single thing that the Prophet ﷺ was commanded to ask Allah more than knowledge. And that's why scholars said the reason that Allah honored Prophet Adam was the knowledge. وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا ثُمَّ عَرَضَهُمْ عَلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ. So that honor is what the masjid provides to the community. Iqra. We teach children how to read Arabic, how to read Islamic studies, how to read the Quran, and understand the Islamic identity. The first thing we teach is not even about Islamic studies, is their identity as a Muslim, who they are, to be confident and to be proud of who they are. So this masjid provides that comprehensive, authentic knowledge. We know what happens when people don't get knowledge from Islamic institutions. When they get through online or through social media, there are lots of confusion, lots of misunderstanding, and sometimes people are radicalized because they accessed in an authentic education. So that's the second benefit that this masjid contributes to the community. The third one I want to talk about is the social programs. And a social program is what I mean is including officiating marriage, resolving family issues. Before this halaqa, in 3 minutes before we started halaqa, I was just providing counseling to a couples who are having difficulties. So this is an example of the social services. Social services including providing summer program for our children in Masjid Bilal. We provide a summer program, recreational activities, sports for over 300 children during the months of July and August. In the evenings, on Wednesdays, we provide a program called Strengthening Family Program, funded by Public Safety, to teach adults and families and parents how to raise their children in this challenging environment. So these are the social programs that we do provide here that will, in the long term, impact communities. The fourth principle, benefit, that I think this masjid can provide is what I call improving and enhancing our mental well-being. We as a people are social beings first. Quran refers to people insan, summiya li'annahu ya'nas. People like to be with other people. If you isolate someone in a cell, that's a prison. The person will die very early, regardless of their physical health. So the masjid provides a social and mental well-being. I know one of the brothers who was taking depression medication. I just told him to come here on Saturday halaqa every single evening, to come to the masjid on the prayers, to socialize, to build a relationship. And after 3 to 4 weeks, he said he put those medications in the garbage. I'm not suggesting that every single one who's coming to the masjid will never need any medication. What I'm suggesting is that masjid provides a conducive environment for social and mental well-being. When you build relationships, when you socialize, even in the neuropsychology, now proof is that it's a key pillar for mental health. So beside worshiping Allah and making dua, those social relationships help people improve their mental health and their mental well-being. So based on all of those benefits, I would recommend every single brother to increase their frequency at the masjid, coming to the masjid, praying at the masjid, building relationships, donating to the masjid. This is an Islamic institution that changes people's lives. Another point I also want to emphasize, that masjid sometimes builds is a network that people sometimes underestimate. We have engineers, medical doctors, and people who have experience in many different fields. So when people come here, they know those people, they connect with them. Some of them got employment through those network. But most importantly, they are inspired. As a people, when we are motivated and inspired and encouraged to do something, we can do an extraordinary things. And that's exactly what happened in the masjid. People are inspired and motivated because they see people who have been the same problems. A friend of mine who just came from Pakistan recently, we knew each other and we talked about the struggle he has about English skills. And what I told him is, I said, when I came from Egypt, I had my degree. I graduated from Masjid University in 2008. But when I came here with limited English skills, they didn't recognize any of those credentials. So I had to start English from scratch, enrolled in University of Manitoba, pulled it that upon undergraduate University of Manitoba Faculty of Social Work. I told him, you can do the same, but it needs more resilience, patience, and perseverance. So when people see people who went through the similar circumstances and the challenge and overcome, that's the most powerful example of inspiration. And that's what happens in the masjid. So I encourage every single brother and every single Muslim to come more often with the masjid with an open-mindedness that you can get unlimited benefit for both social, mental, financial, professional, and personal growth for the masjid. And that's what Allah says, لِمَنْ شَاءَ مِنْكُمْ أَنْ يَتَقَدَّمْ أَوْ يَتَأَخَّرْ, for those who wanted to move forward. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help all of us to strengthen our iman, revive our iman, and overcome the challenges. صلوا على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. جزاك الله خير brother Muhammad. Thank you so much brother Muhammad. جزاك الله خير. Brother Muhammad is one of the brothers who really has been very proactive and initiative. He provided lots of initiative in helping our children learn and excel the sports skills. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strengthen brother Muhammad. جزاك الله خير.
أعجبك الفيديو لا تنسى الإعجاب والاشتراك في القناة.